I think this is the biggest conflict for me. On this one hand, I love like excess and like being wild and crazy. And then on the other hand, I'm like super conservative. I can't decide what is more desirable. If you're like a modest, disciplined person or to just run wild. I'm from a small town in Austria. I always was very independent, I think. So I moved to London to study fine art. London wasn't a particularly great time in my life. I think it was like a big jump from being in a small town. But I always wanted to live in a big city, and London just wasn't what I hoped or thought it would be. And when I moved to New York, I immediately, completely fell in love with New York. In New York, I never felt like a foreigner. I had a boyfriend who was a sailor, and he had all these books. I saw in one of the books an illustration of one of these mats, and I was mesmerized, and I just had to try it out. So we went to the store, and then from the boatyard there, they gave me all their like old rope, and I just really loved doing this because it's like so meditative and relaxing. And so slowly it developed into this little business. In this rural Austria where I grew up, there weren't like a lot of people that dressed particularly well. My mom by far I think was the best dressed woman. She always had like Yves Saint Laurent suits and like nice makeup, and so I was always impressed by how she looked, and that's how I wanted to look. Growing up, my mom, she had a collection of all these Yves Saint Laurent catalogs for every season, and they always wore these like kind of cocktail dresses with these long hats. And for me, that's kind of like the first impression I had, or the most glamorous, I don't know, like this ideal of beauty. When I saw this dress, it was like everything like came together. It was like this, something I always wanted to have, or something I always wanted to look like. Just in general, all my clothes are basically from eBay, so it's not that I pick this especially, it's like what I find on eBay, which is what is reasonable, and then that's what I buy. This is a Carrie Mugler little set. It goes like this. It's like so perfectly made. I mean, it just fits like a glove and then only brings out the best. This a Moschino suit, like a little Torero inspired, from eBay, of course. I don't think I would wear the jacket without the skirt, for example, because then it could be like, what is this? Like a little, tacky. But like in the combination, I love it. I'm not good at finding things at the right moment. I literally never succeeded. I could never find it, and by the time I found it, then like every other idiot already had them too. So I'm not trying to do that any longer. I'm not like an environmentalist, but I guess when I make something like this, I don't have a bad conscience, because I feel like it is something that would already be waste, and it becomes a new life. So I don't feel like I'm producing more crap. I like the idea that when people have a lot of money, that they use the money to really create something with it, and not like buy, I don't know, a stupid mansion in Miami. The way my life was set up for me in Austria, it's a really nice life I could have that. Why did I run away from that? Why did I not just stay there where everything was so good? But I guess I wanted to see the world. I think about love all day long. It's something really beautiful if there's like some bigger understanding of the souls and they love you back. I don't know, it's just like the most beautiful thing.